Are you tired of putting so much money into this game and getting absolutely nothing you wanted? Head on over to MrMcCoin.com and use code GS for 15% off all your purchases, which include player training coins and more. Link is in the description. What up, what up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy GS. Welcome back to another Madden 20 video. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. So today we got some weekend league gameplay for you guys. We went ahead and recorded our handful of first weekend league games. Now, if you guys missed the previous video, the Troy Aikman debut, make sure you guys check that out, man. I know it's a lengthy video, but it's 3 gameplays in one where I'm passing majority of the time. Had some fun. Again, the link to that video will be the pinned comment right above in the comment section, man. Make sure you guys go ahead, show some love, support that video. Listen, when you go to sleep, put the volume on very low. Just have it playing in the background. Let my voice soothe you to sleep, baby. Yeah. So, now, I mentioned that the Troy Aikman gameplay because, you know, now it's Weekend League, right? And you want to try your best to win all these games. So, we're not going to be passing unless you make me pass. I'm going to be running the ball a lot. So, right here, he goes to the left really quickly underneath right there to Ertz. We stop him. And before we could even get our offense on the field, our opponent's going to go on ahead and take an early shower, giving us the victory. So, 1-0 in Weekend League to start so far. And we actually got our 150th win. Is that 150th? Our 150th win online games right there. So we will gladly take those trophies. We're already halfway to another Melvin. So we're going to jump right into another game real quick. And again, we're back to our regular run the ball scheme until you force me to pass. Or, you know, if I feel like I'm going to pass the ball just to try and keep you honest and whatnot. But for the most part, pound the rock until you get me out of it. And when you do, I feel confident that, you know, I can go on ahead and pick up the necessary yardage. Because I try my best not to put myself in bad situations. I try my best not to put myself in 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15s. I try to avoid those situations as much as possible. Right here, he goes over there. And you know who's there. That man Bailey with the pick 6. That man Bailey, well, not a pick 6, excuse me. I thought it was a pick 6. Mulligan. That man Bailey is so good. Like, he's so good. Like, I honestly cannot remember a cornerback being so dominant. He is one of the most... I can't explain it. I can't explain how good this Bailey is. Because no matter who he's been on, whether it was Julio or Moss or T.O., no matter who Bailey is on, he shuts them down. I honestly, and I played with Ultimate Master Dion, and when he was like 200 badges, and I've played with every type of Dion variation there has been in the game, and he chucks it up, and mama, they go that man again. Champ Bailey with the 2nd interception of Weekend League. Like, this card, this player has been so wild. I highly recommend, if you can get a Bailey on your team, he used a rush the living but Jesus out of me straight through the A-gap. I was not expecting that. So I actually no-huddled, and he completely caught me off guard. And speaking of catching off guard, he had to choose between me or the route, and he chose the route, which allowed us to just go on ahead and scamper freely right beyond the first down marker. So we gladly go on ahead and take that with Vic. And that is something that obviously Vic can do where Kurt Warner, Phillip Rivers, or Aikman can't, you know, because of their non-mobility, to whereas Vic can just completely change the game. It's like a free bailout. And always take a look at your opponent's abilities, fellas. I watch a lot of streams, just a lot of people play, and like, I don't see people looking at their, I need to know what you got. I need to know your strengths so I can try and pinpoint your weaknesses. If you got secure tackler, then I know that I can't juke you, but I know I can't truck you, excuse me, but I know I could juke you. You know, if you got tackle supreme, then, you know, again, that means that I'm going to have a very tough time trucking you, but you are jukeable. But if you got, well, tackle supreme is like unfakeable and secure tackle together. It makes it, you know, more difficult. But you guys know what I'm saying. Try to see what your opponents have and try to, you know, pinpoint what it is. Because if I see that you have in specialists on your receiver, then you're more likely to run an in route, right? You want to try to utilize your strengths to your offense. So Another one to Champ Bailey, and he comes up with his third interception of the game. I mean, the last two were he just chucked it up, and he didn't really, that's not him covering great. Those are just awful throws. But this Bailey, when I'm talking about, I've played full momos, and he bags them. He has bagged them bad. I mean, bad, man. And I cannot remember a more dominant corner, man, because he has the speed to keep up with anybody, and you put the man-up ability on him as our opponent got low. He just sticks like glue to anyone I put on him. And it's a nice thing knowing no matter what it is you do, Champ Bailey got my back. The other side of the field I might have to worry about. But the side that Champ on, what Champ is on, the Champ is here. You gotta be careful because that boy is gonna be on whoever your best receiver is like glue. But yeah, definitely try to look at your opponent's attributes. Again, your abilities. If I see a tight end with streak specialist and matchup nightmare, then more often than not, you have that tight end there for a reason. You're gonna want to try to hit him with streaks. So I'm gonna try and game plan differently in clutch situations. That's gonna try to be the person you go to the most, because I know when I have Randy Moss active, we just tiger right to the face. I know when I have post specialist on Moss, you best believe I'm going to try to put him on as many post routes as I can because I want to take advantage of that ability. 2nd and 12 right here, and just a really quick underneath throw puts us in field goal range, but of course we would love to get the first down on this 3rd and 3. Figure we're going ahead and run the ball, give him the same look in the pistol bunch, and he might, be looking for a pass, and we end up running the ball. And if we didn't get the first down, then we would have just settled for 3. But ensuing a few plays later, we're going ahead and run it in for 6 as our opponent goes on ahead and pauses it. And another early exit for our opponent. So the first 3 games went by extremely smoothly, no problems. And we just dominated very quickly. And we end up winning our first game of the day. As you guys can, see, this is like 7 in the morning or whatever. Whenever the daily objectives going ahead and refresh. Right now we're praying. We're praying that we end up winning every game. We're playing Bread to be white, and again, same defense with the 3 man ups on defense. With the cover 0, try to just make you think quickly. Now it is very, very beatable with motions being the easiest way to beat it. But I'm sending the house, and I'm hoping you block your running back or whoever the free safety is guarding. That frees me up to try to, find any weaknesses in my defense. If I see a little crossing route that gains some space, hopefully I can, with my user, cut that off and, just force you to make quick decisions. Right here, we roll out with Vic, and once again, this is the ability that he has, and that's why it's very difficult to want to pick up a pocket QB. As great as they are, like as accurate as they are, the hot route master is amazing, but on plays like that, like escape artist, it's a bailout. When things go wrong, I can just run, like literally just run out the pocket, extend the play, make things happen, possibly run for a first down, wait till somebody gets open, wait till a route bounce happens. But with Troy Aikman, when things go wrong, what am I going to do? Take a look at my guys' abilities, edge thread, and under pressure and all those things. And, those are just key things to try and look at and pay attention to whenever, you're on offense and on defense. I take a look at his offensive abilities. I take a look at his defensive abilities. Again, I want to know his strengths. That way I can pinpoint his weaknesses. So, right there, beautiful dot. Little underneath route over the middle, and we end up scoring with a nice little rush to the outside with Bosiv Jackson giving us a nice early 7-0 lead. And again, I cannot tell you how dominant this Champ Bailey has been. It all starts with the run defense. If we can force you to pass, then Champ Bailey can be successful. If you're running the ball all day, every day, then you're probably going to just not have to worry about Champ Bailey. But, if we can force you to pass, then we're going to be able to take advantage of, our defense just, sending the house with hopefully good man coverage. So on 4th and 23, he decides to go for it. I was not expecting the running back to be on the route. That was my guy who I was guarding. And he almost got it. Like, almost made that play happen. Another quick run outside. And again, I will run the ball until you get me out of it. have been that way, for several Maddens now. Build a scheme on the run, but always have to be someone that can't pass. I don't want anyone to think here that I'm just one of these people that just will run on, 3rd and 19 on my 26-yard line. If I have to pass, I will, and I'm very confident in my passing game. Very, very, very confident. But again, if the game goes right, then there's no need for me to pass because I'm keeping myself in short down situations. Or if I do need to pass, I can just hit you with small check downs, really quick drags and in routes and just small stuff to, just keep my offense nice and balanced. So I figured he was going to go for a wheel route, and we ended up putting Bailey on a outside quarter, and that wheel route, which he actually did have, we were correct, was bagged. And look at Bailey just snagging that, like just out of thin air. Just whoop! Bailey with a pick six. I think this is his fourth interception of the video. Like he's just so good. And I thought Willie Brown was going to be tough to, again, my Willie Brown is souped up with Raiders defensive chem, 96 man, 95 zone, and I didn't think it would be tough for someone to be better. But this Bailey, like he's really good. Like he's really good. Now, a lot of people probably don't play the same defense as I. You guys probably have smart defense, where my defense is very dumb, very risky. But even in squads, when I've been playing with Joker, and when we play squads, we put him at safety because he has great speed and he's just tracking down every route. They're trying to chuck it deep up top to Moss, and he's just covering so much ground. If you could get him to 93 speed, then you're good to go. And he's going to be able to follow anyone in the game. It does not matter. He's that fast. Like, he's just so good with just being able to make up ground and track down guys. Right here, next little 5 wide, little touch pass right there to Bo Jackson, but unfortunately we fall shy 1 yard of getting into the end zone. So we're going to go ahead and settle for 3. We're going to go into the second half, and I believe we start off on defense. Yeah, we do. So far this week in league, defense has been good. Offense, I don't think I've punted. I think I scored every possession. I think I did. If I didn't, I missed it, but I think I scored every possession. He tries running to the left side, and again, I feel like we got good run defense right there, even though he broke the tackle for a few extra yards. But 4 rushes, 4 yards, we'll take that, every day of the week. Right here goes to our user. We snag that for 6 easily. Go underneath, and again, with the defense we run, I'm going to force you to make a read very quickly. If you want time in the pocket, you got to block a ton, and that right there is just going to free up extra guys for me to put in zones to hopefully bottle up the few routes that you have since you're blocking extra people. So, up 27-0, we end up getting a free blitzer right there with Ken Houston getting a sack. Very on-swing play. He chucks it up, and mama, there go that man again. Bailey gonna Bailey. Hopefully you guys enjoy, man. First handful of games of Weekend League, and we are victorious in all 4 of our first games. And again, that champ Bailey is just on another level. Like, he's just so good for me. It's your boy GS. We're gonna go ahead and be sending out, man. Until next time, appreciate the support. As always, peace.